What's going on, guys? So 306 garage back, working on a truck. Got this unit on a long back. It's pretty sick. Got the headlights already, doing a quick headlight swap. It's not too terrible to take out the tabs that hold the lights in, so go on these guys here. They're just like little fucking C-clip things. That one broke, I think. But the little white guys, they have clips like this that hold on to it. They're quite annoying. Easiest thing I did, literally take a flathead and like where the clip is. If you're planning on not using them again, because these clips like fucked right off, you just put the flathead in between the clip and that, and then just use your hand to hit it down and in, and then pry it back on it, and it pops both sides off. And then yeah, comes out easy. So I got those out, headlights taken out. Just tuck the signals down on either side, right there. So I need to trim a line that I will show you guys what you need to trim in order to fit the new style, because the new style headlights I will show you are these guys, the Harley Davidson ones. That's upside down there. That's the Harley Davidson like 05 and up headlights, 05 to 07, and this is obviously, if you can tell by the bumper, an 03. And so two-piece headlights, kind of gross. They're very faded, can't see shit out of them, signals suck. So got those off, pulling the grill off right now. I just got all the screws taken off on the top. I'm just pulling the whole header panel so I can put the header panel in the garage to trim it. Makes it easier. But once you get those off, just slide it forward. You got some clips underneath here. I'll pull it off and show you. Okay, so got the grill off. You can see here these little tabs along the bottom for the grill. You just gotta yank it out. In the winter, it's not easy. I literally took a screwdriver and like put it on the clip. I'll show you that when I find them. Put it on the clip and just kept hitting it with my hand on the screwdriver to knock them out. And then the grill just pops right out. Oh, here's one. So it's just kind of like this pressure fit thing that is pushed into that, and then this pinch side holds the grill side. But yeah, I just gotta find those clips and then I'll start taking this off. Next, I get the header panel, which is this plastic piece in front of the rad support off. Got some bolts here. There's one there, there's one under here, yeah, and then one through this hole here. So you got 4 on each side. Same thing's over here. You got the 2 on the side, it's in there, and then you got the one in the hole, you can see, and then one down there, and then this whole front header panel should, in theory, come off. And then up here you just got some plastic fucking rivet things back along there. And then yeah, so I'll just get to doing that. Okay, just a heads up, there is 2 more on the inside here. I did not realize. One up top, one on the bottom. They're just attached to the inside of this header panel. I got the top part off, and if you look down here, you can see where they were. So just gotta get the other side. It's really helpful to have one of these tools. Helps you get those fucking little guys in the way. This side, not so much. It's right against the core there, so have to get them from the top, I guess. So I might just have to take this whole top piece off, just whatever. Okay, just a heads up, taking this thing out is a pain in the ass. If you want to save time and do it on the truck, just be careful not to hit the metal or any of your wiring. It has like the pieces that attach on the inside here. They get caught on this core pretty bad. This side's the worst. I loosened off the bumper, front bolts, and side bolts, and kind of pulled it forward and down a little bit as much as I could. And then just this side, I kind of like pushed down on it and pulled the top out first and then pulled it out. This side was a bit of a pain in the ass. I kind of pulled that side out and then tried to unhook here. And once that unhooked, top came down, same thing, pull it out. So now that that's off, I can get to work. Also, here's your intake if you ever wondered. Nice filter right there. It's nice and clean. I know there's some people who do a thing called a Zoodad mod, which you put a hole in this guy and it lets more direct air into the intake there, but it sounds like a summer thing, not a winter thing. So I'm gonna mark this up where I need to cut on both sides here to make my new ones fit, and then I will show you those, and then I will cut them, and then put the new headlights in. So yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, so I got these marked up. I started using whiteout, and that really does not work. I don't have a white marker, but you can see the reflection of the shit that you need to cut. I'll post a picture on the screen here for the cutout you need. I will also post the instructions basically that I'm following in the description. Super helpful. But here's full view of what it is. So basically just going around the whole outside and then coming down here, take out this big chunk is the big thing, so it actually lop it all the way along the side and then over the top, and then just kind of around the solid pieces here, because these you know, they're kind of structural, I guess. Fall along the bottom and then up just on the inside of these marks, and then back across the top. Other side, the same thing, just mirrored. But yeah, so I'm gonna get to cutting and then mocking up the other ones, and if I find any issues with mock up, I will make note of that. Let me tell you guys, this shit makes a mess cutting it. So I definitely suggest like a ventilator or some shit. Something to breathe, because this shit is terrible and it goes everywhere. But I got one sec. I had to kind of do it in stages. So like cut out the big chunks first that stick out. And then if you can't, like I'm using a grinder, definitely would say a, oh, what are the fucking little guys called? One of these guys. I can't think of the name, but with a blade that fits. I don't have blades, that's why I'm not using it. But if you can't reach something because of the thick stuff, just flip it over and get it from the back, because the back had nothing on it. So it's super easy to do. So there's one done. Now just gotta move on to the other side here, and then we'll be done. Okay, just a heads up in areas to trim, lining the headlight up on the top side of the grill. You gotta take out just a little bit of this. And then on the bottom side, you gotta take out just a little bit of that by the post. So right here you can see I took much there. Pretty much just need it right there. And then down here, same thing. Kind of just made a little notch. So that side fits already. Now I'm just working on the other side. Okay, so got the header panel back in with the cutout. As you can see, all the wiring just comes above it. No problem. Still have this little piece on the bottom, which you don't really need because the headlights kind of have it, but that's fine. Forgot to mention, you have to trim these flat for the headlights to fit. So just on the sides on both, right there, and then a little bit of trimming at the top and the bottom to make it fit. And then put all the screws back in, all four on either side, one behind there, and then one down here. One of the ones on the other side broke, so I had to shove just an oversized bolt in to make it work. Grills popped back in, just the four guys on the bottom, and it's clipped in. I just have the screws on the top now to put back in to hold it. And then I have to put the cover that goes over here back in. And then the headlights, and then we're done. Okay, so header's on, fucking around. You have to change the side marker plugs. So pull the old ones out. I literally had to use 2 vice grips on either side of this to pull them apart. Got the old ones right there. And then the new ones on the new headlights are actually straight connectors, so that's why you need to take them out. The signal ones, you can use the old ones. They fit a lot better than the new ones, because if you see the new ones, they're like a fatter connector and like a bigger clip on the side, whereas the old ones are thinner and then clip on the side. They fit nicer on those, so I just reuse those. I actually have switchback signal lights, so put those in. I have LED headlights, so I'm gonna pull the old headlight out. There's a halogen, the new halogen, and then in the side markers I already have LEDs. So I got the other side on already, right there. And then on top I have to put another bolt in still. I cut the one too short, but I will put the dimensions of bolts you need on here. You need a washer, a bolt, and I'll find one of these guys. These like U-clips, U-clip nuts, whatever you want to call them. Need some of those, some bolts, and washers. And then everything should go in. And then headlights are different connectors, so I have an adapter actually to go from the stock 03 headlights to the 05 and up headlights. And that should be all you need. So there's my LED, and everything should fit in there. So I will do that real quick. I did forget to mention the plastic that covers down here, the stock plastic that covers there. I tucked it down so at least it still kind of covers the gap on the side, but you can take it right out. It's technically in the way, so you have to push it and tuck it under the header panel so that the new headlights plastic doesn't interfere. So yeah, just a heads up. Okay, so I got light on here, but LED headlight plugs into the adapter to go from an 03 to 05 style. I believe it's like a 9004 to 9007 or the other way around, but literally got this on Amazon for 20 bucks. Good deal. Got the old signal housing clips go on both sides. It's nice, and then the side marker plugged in, so then you can just pretty much tuck everything in to the back so it's out of the way, because the adapter harness is a little long. You can kind of tuck that in and then tuck the headlight wiring as much as you can. Hopefully get that out of the way. And then you need the U-nuts on the top here, so I will grab those real quick. Hopefully this headlight doesn't fall. Also, leave your grill at the top not done up, because you need to kind of pull it forward. The headlights sit behind it. So get these guys out real quick. So you can see these here. I can hold them. So slide them over top of these. Oh, maybe. If it's not lined up, just use a screwdriver to move it over, and then it centers. And then one on the outside here. There we go. And then this will just slide. Keep in mind the plastic on the bottom. I will have to move that real quick. So I got the bottom ones right there and there. Plastic's still there. You might get a bad gap if you don't move it properly. Just need bolt and the washer on the top. You can leave this length on the outside one, but the inside one you'll have to trim down a little bit. And then that's all in, and then you can put the grill back up and put the bolts in the top. So just go ahead, put the socket on this guy. Tight, and I will cut the one for the inside there. So I did the same thing on the other side. Got the outside one on. Just need to cut one down for the inside. And then this will be all done. I can clean up all this shit. And put the old bulbs back in here. And then I will get a picture in the daylight, but these look way better. I can't wait to see what they look like with the LEDs and the switchbacks on the bottom. It's gonna look pretty sick. Okay, so got the other bolts in. You apparently don't really have to cut them. They just seem extra long, but by the time it goes through all the plastic, it's fine. Like, I think it's touching the bottom underneath, but they're in. Headlights are in. Grill is done. I got the bolts back in all along there. Now I can pull the plastic off and actually be done with this shit. If I can get the plastic off. There we go. Wow, fuck, that's so much better. Yup, these are sick.